Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Shinvatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridayantasto Bhadrani Vidunoti Suritsatam Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhagati Bhakti Nashtaki Mantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Thank you, dear devotees, for your association. We'll continue our reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 18, Text 35. 1:18:35. Kindly repeat after me. Krishne Gate Bhagavati
Krishne Gate Bhagavati
Shastri Utpathagamina
Shastri Utpatagamina
Tad Bhinna Setu Nadyaham
Tadvinna Setu Nadyaham
Shasmi Pashyat Me Balam
Shasmi Pashyat Me Balam
Krishne Gate Bhagavati
Krishne Gate Bhagavati
Shastri Utpathagamina
Shastri Utpatagamina
Tadbhinna Setu Nadyaham
Tadvinna Setu Nadyaham
Shasmi Pashyat Me Balam
Shasmi Pashyat Me Balam
Krishne Gate Bhagavati
Krishne Gate Bhagavati
Shastri Utpathagamina
Shastri Utpatagamina
Tadbhinna Setu Nadyaham
Tadvinna Setu Nadyaham
Shasmi Pashyat Me Balam
Shasmi Pashyat Me Balam Krishne Gate Bhagavati
Krishne Gate Bhagavati
Shastri Utpatagamina
Shastri Utpathagamina
Tadbhinna Setu Nadyaham
Tadbhinna Setu Nadyaham
Shasmi Pashyat Me Balam
Shasmi Pashyat Me Balam. Word for word translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Krishna, Lord Krishna,
Lord Krishna
Gate,
Gate
having departed from this world,
having departed from this world
Bhagavati,
Bhagavati
the personality of Godhead,
the personality of God
Shastri,
Shastri
the supreme ruler,
the supreme ruler
Utpatagaminam,
Utpatagamina
of those who are upstarts,
of those who are upstarts
Tat Bhinna,
Tadbhinna
being separated,
being separated
Setun,
Setu
the protector,
the protector
Adya,
Adya
today,
today
Aham,
Aham
myself,
myself
Shasmi,
Shasmi
shall punish,
shall punish
Pashyat,
Pashyat
just see,
just see
may,
me
my,
my
Balam,
Balam
prowess.
prowess
Translation. After the departure of Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead and supreme ruler of everyone, these upstarts have flourished, our protector being gone. Therefore, I myself shall take up this matter and punish them. Just witness my power. Purport. The inexperienced Brahmana, puffed up by a little Brahma Tejas, became influenced by the spell of Kali Yuga. Maharaj Parikshit gave license to Kali to live in 4 places as mentioned herein before. But by his very expert government, the personality of Kali could hardly find the places allotted him. The personality of Kali Yuga, therefore, was seeking the opportunity to establish authority. And by the grace of the Lord, he found a hole in the puffed up, inexperienced son of a Brahman. The little Brahman wanted to show his prowess in destruction, and he had the audacity to punish such a great king as Maharaj Parikshit. He wanted to take the place of Lord Krishna after his departure. These are the principal signs of upstarts who want to take the place of Sri Krishna under the influence of the age of Kali. An upstart with a little power wants to become an incarnation of the Lord. There are many false incarnations after the departure of Lord Krishna from the face of the globe, and they are misleading the innocent public by accepting the spiritual obedience of the general mass of people to maintain false prestige. In other words, the personality of Kali got the opportunity to reign through this son of a Brahman, Shringi. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. I seek blessings of all the assembled devotees, especially His Grace Vijay Prabhu, to glorify Srimad Bhagavatam in the mode of our Guru Parampara. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So this is a beautiful junction in Srimad Bhagavatam. Actually, every verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is full of um, meaning. We can learn so much from every verse. So here he is mentioning, Shringi is mentioning Krishna Gate Bhagavati. He knows Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is trained by his father, Shamik Rishi, who is a Brahman, who is Vaishnav. But because the training of Shringi is not complete, he has still not become a Vaishnav. He's at the level of a Brahman. So Lord Krishna is known as the uh, leader of the Brahmanas or the worshipable deity of the Brahmanas. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya Cha. Jagatai Krishnai Govindaya Namo Namo. Thank you, Prabhu. So Namo Brahmanya Devaya, that he is the worshipable deity of the Brahmanas, Lord Krishna. Go Brahman Hitaya Cha. He's always thinking about welfare of cows and Brahmanas. So he knows, Shringi knows Krishna. He is the worshipable deity of us and he is the protector. He's Shastri. He's calling him Shastri in this verse. We can see Shastri Utpatgaminam. Krishna is the supreme ruler. I was thinking we also have this studies called Bhakti Shastri. So Shastri and Shastra, they come, and Shastra, they all come from the Shas Dhatu, the same root, which means to rule or to govern. So Shastra is a weapon which is used to govern by punishment. It is used by Kshatriya to govern the people. And Shastra is used by Brahmanas to govern the Kshatriyas. So Krishna is the supreme ruler. He is the Shastri. He has given us both Shastra and Shastra. He has given us both Brahmanas to train the Kshatriyas, and he has given Shastra to the Kshatriyas to govern the people. So both has to be used in order to govern people towards God realization. So now when Krishna has returned to his own planet, Shastri has returned, he wants to take, or Shringi wants to become Shasmi. He says, I shall punish. He's saying, I will, and he's saying, Pashyat me balam. See, just see my prowess. So Prabhupada is saying that Kali wanted to infiltrate, but he was not able to infiltrate, although Maharaj Parikshit assigned him 4 places wherever there is gambling, wherever there is prostitution, wherever there is meat eating or drinking, intoxication. So these 4 places he can stay, but he could not find a place in the government of Parikshit Maharaj. And of course, there's excessive gold. Where there's excessive gold. So he infiltrated through the consciousness of Shringi. So I was wondering, how do we understand this? Because Shringi is also a Brahman. He's following the instructions of his father. His father is governed by the administration of Parikshit Maharaj. So how can Kali infiltrate a place like that? Because we see here in the purport, Prabhupada said that Parikshit Maharaj is governing, so Kali could not infiltrate. So how could he enter the consciousness of even Shringi? So I was thinking about Bhagavad Gita as I was meditating, that in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that there, in 14th chapter, about three modes of nature. People are governed by mode of goodness, mode of passion, or mode of ignorance. So Brahmanas act in the mode of goodness, but that is still under the three modes of nature. They are not transcendental. So I want to read a little bit from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, text 6, where the quality of mode of goodness is explained by Lord Krishna. 14.6. O sinless one, the mode of goodness, being purer than the others, is illuminating, and it frees one from all sinful reactions. Those situated in that mode become conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge. And Prabhupada says in the purport, the second paragraph, the difficulty here is that when a living entity is situated in the mode of goodness, he becomes conditioned to feel that he is advanced in knowledge and is better than others. In this way, he becomes conditioned. The best examples are the scientist and the philosopher. Each is very proud of his knowledge, and because they generally improve their living conditions, they feel a sort of material happiness. This sense of advanced happiness in conditioned life makes them bound by the mode of goodness of material nature. As such, they are attracted toward working in the mode of goodness, and as long as they have an attraction for working in that way, they have to take some type of body in the modes of nature. Thus, there is no likelihood of liberation or of being transferred to the spiritual world. Repeatedly, one may become a philosopher, a scientist, or a poet, and repeatedly become entangled in the same disadvantages of birth and death. But due to the illusion of the material energy, one thinks that sort of life is pleasant. So in this case, Shringi, he became conditioned by sense of happiness and knowledge. He knew that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He knows Brahmanas are supposed to instruct the Kshatriyas, and Kshatriyas are supposed to govern the people in God consciousness. But he has become proud. He becomes conditioned to feel that he is advanced in knowledge and is better than others. So that's how Kali infiltrates the Brahmanas, because here Shringi is thinking that I am better than Parikshit because I am a Brahman and he is a Kshatriya. Kshatriyas are like watchdogs at the doors of Brahmanas. They are supposed to eat the remnants of the Brahmanas, and they should never try to come on the level of Brahmanas, as we heard in the last verse. So, because he is thinking that he is better than others. So, in this same chapter, Arjuna asks Krishna how one can become free from these three modes. So, in text 21, 14.21, Arjuna inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior and how does he transcend the modes of nature? So, Krishna explains in text 22 through 25. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal toward the desirable and the undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. So we see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this in third verse of Shikshashtakam, Trinadapi Shunichena Taroriva Sahishuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. So one who is humbler than a blade of grass, because he doesn't care for being respected, who is more tolerant than the tree. He is equal to desirable and undesirable. Amanina Manadena. He doesn't look for prestige, but he's ready to offer respects to everybody else. He's equal towards friend and enemy. Such a person can always chant the holy names of the Lord. Kirtanya Sadahari. So the next verse, Krishna says, one who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So the fall down happens because of the sense of knowledge and false prestige. Prabhupada says um, the little, he wanted to. The little Brahman wanted to show his prowess in destruction, and he had the audacity to punish such a great king as Maharaj Parikshit. He wanted to take the place of Lord Krishna after his departure. So he became proud because of his little Brahma Tejas, and he thought himself as better than Maharaj Parikshit. So that what led to his fall down. On the other hand, a Vaishnav is supposed to develop the qualities of humility and tolerance. So this is the difference between a Brahman and a Vaishnav. And we hear in third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 25, text 21, where Kapila is explaining to Mother Devhuti, Titikshava Karunika Suhrida Sarvadehinam Ajat Shatrava Shanta Sadhava Sadhubhushana. These are the qualities of a sadhu. Titikshava, that he is very tolerant. Karunika, he is very compassionate. Suhrida Sarvadehinam, he is best well-wisher of all living entities. Ajat Shatrava, one whose enemy is not born. Nobody is his enemy. Shanta, and he's very peaceful because he's always performing devotional service. Sadhava Sadhu Bhushana, these are the ornaments on a sadhu. These are ornaments of a devotee. So this is the difference between a Brahman and a Vaishnava. And we, in Krishna consciousness movement, Srila Prabhupada has recommended us to develop all these qualities, to not stay at the mode of goodness. Of course, in the beginning, it is important to come to the mode of goodness, but don't stay there, progress. So in Srimad Bhagavatam also, we hear these three levels of devotees: Kanishtha, Madhyama, and Uttama. Kanishtha is a beginning devotee. He has faith in Krishna. He sees Krishna only in the deity. He does not see Krishna in others. So he has faith in Krishna, but he does not have faith in the devotees of Krishna. So his faith is very weak. So that can happen due to mode of goodness, that one comes to Krishna, one surrenders to Krishna, but one becomes proud that I am better than others who are not approaching Krishna. Or I'm chanting 16 rounds, these people are just coming to the temple, they don't know about the process. Or these people are not following four regulative principles, so I am better than them. And one can develop the condescending mode. So why should I even associate with them? It will reduce my own Brahma Tejas, if I associate with these people. This question was asked recently by His Grace Naveen Nirath Prabhu to His Grace Vashishika Maharaj during the Govardhan readings, that many people say, if we go out to preach, we are not pure enough to preach. I need to purify myself, and I'm not prepared to do that. I may become conditioned, because many times in Hari Bhakti Vilas it is said that one should not even see the face of people who are not devotees, because one can become contaminated. So Guru Maharaj, Vaisheshika Maharaj answered from one of the letters that Prabhupada wrote, because that times devotees were going for book distribution and they were shaking hands with people. So one devotee complained that these people are taking karma from the karmis because they are shaking hands, they are touching the bodies of karmis. So Srila Prabhupada said, no, you are giving your association, you are not taking their association. And they are getting purified by you giving them your association. So as long as we do not um, think that, oh, this person is so nice materially, I wish I was like that, this person, I wish I can have that kind of material opulence, that as long as we don't think that, we are safe. But if we have that tendency by seeing a materialistic person, oh, he's enjoying so much, he's flying from this airport to another, he has a big business, he's wearing a very nice suit, he looks very nice and neat and clean, I wish I had that kind of lifestyle. So that means that that is a fall down, that we are taking their association. But if we are strong in our practice in chanting Hare Krishna, reading of the Shastras, we'll always understand that how devotional service is the highest gift, is the highest pleasure. It's beyond the three modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So that's why book distribution is known as high sadhana. One is being tested at his level of a beginner devotee. So book distribution helps us to grow from Kanishta to Madhyama. So one has to be really strong in order to um, appreciate others, at the same time understand the value of Krishna consciousness, not being influenced by the material opulence that one may see in the world. So book distribution helps us to grow from Kanishta to Madhyama. Another thing I want to discuss here is the cursing of a Brahman. We see in Srimad Bhagavatam so many curses happening, and normally they are done for the welfare of the person who is being cursed. For example, Narad Muni curses Nalkuvera and Manigriva. But Nalkuvera and Maligriva, they get the boon of becoming trees in the courtyard of Krishna. They see the pastimes of Krishna, and ultimately they are delivered by Krishna. So that is one curse, one kind of curse in Srimad Bhagavatam. And then there's this curse, Shringi's curse, which is done out of audacity. Prabhupada says in the purport, Shringi had the audacity to punish a king like Maharaj Parikshit. So we have to understand the difference between the two. Narad Muni's curse is given out of maturity. He knows what is the future of these people, Manigriva and Nalkavira, if they continue their uh, materialistic life, intoxicating, illicit sex. He knows that they are going to fall down into the lower species. So he has given them curse which will uplift them. And here Shringi is giving curse to show his prowess. Just see my prowess, that I can curse the emperor of the entire world in the absence of Krishna. So Prabhupada says he wants to take the place of Krishna. I was discussing yesterday a little bit, when people go to the holy dhams in India, especially Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, many times Brahmanas bully the people who are coming. They should give donations, or they don't behave, they don't treat them properly. So people who are visitors, they have a bad experience. So that is also because of being proud, that we are at a higher position, we are serving Krishna directly. On the other hand, when one is a Vaishnav, they actually appreciate that these people are guests of Krishna. So in our temple, when there is Janmashtami, Vaisheshika Maharaj recommends that we should treat them like royal treatment, because many of them are coming only once in a year, just to see Krishna once in a year, and they are giving up everything else, whatever they have on their shelf, just so that they can come and see Krishna. They can be in the queue for hours waiting to see Krishna. So we should treat them like royalty. that is the mood of a Vaishnava. So that's how we should treat people who are coming to the temple. Um, on the yeah, but if we don't have this guidance from Shastra, then we may become proud. As His Grace Vijay Prabhu was mentioning the story of devotees visiting Radha Raman temple who were who are looking at the deity very with a lot of devotion, and the Brahman and the priest said, "You are looking with deity with such devotion. In the next life, you may become a Brahman." And they told this to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada said, "Tell that to the Brahman that because he is worshipping the deity so nicely, he may become a devotee in the Krishna consciousness movement in the next life." Because uh, Shat Karma Nipuno Mantra Tantra Visharada Avaishnava Guru Na Syat Vaishnava Shwapacha Guru. So it is said that even if a Brahmana knows all the Shastras, mantras, tantras, Shat Karma Nipuno Vipro, that he is who is good with Patan Pathan, Yajan Yajan, Dan Pratigraha. He is good at study of scriptures, he is good at teaching this to others, he is good at performing fire sacrifices, he is good at teaching this to others, he is good at accepting charity and giving this to others. But if he is not a Vaishnava, Vaishnava means he doesn't have compassion towards others to uplift others to Krishna consciousness. And he is not a guru. He cannot become a guru. On the other hand, a Vaishnava, even if he's born in a dog eater's family, if he has the qualities of a Vaishnava, he can be accepted as a teacher. So that's why we do not accept Shringi as a teacher. On the other hand, Narad Muni is accepted as an acharya in the Srimad Bhagavatam. One other reason why Lord Krishna annihilated his own dynasty, Yadavas, the Kul, because people will become proud. If Krishna would leave his descendants, then people will say, "Oh, I am the descendant of Krishna, so you just follow me." Right? In this purport, Prabhupada says, right? Um, there are many false incarnations after the departure of Lord Krishna from the face of the globe, and they are misleading the innocent public by accepting the spiritual obedience of the general mass of people to maintain false prestige. So, I met one gentleman, Indian gentleman. So he said, "Oh, I am in the family of Yadavas. I am in the same Vansh. We have the same dynasty as Lord Krishna." Even though Krishna annihilated his dynasty, these people think that we are descendants of Krishna. But by their qualities, by their behavior, they don't represent Krishna. They are just proud of having a surname as Yadav. So that's another reason Krishna annihilated the dynasty, and to save the world from false incarnations. So we are very fortunate that we have this sampradaya, or the complete gift, where we can understand the meaning of a Vaishnav and differentiate from Brahmana and strive and aspire for this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I will open for any corrections. I live to be corrected. Any questions or reflections? Yes, His Grace.
Thank you for the nice one.
Thank you.
I've always wondered about this this statement in the mode of goodness, that they don't hate the delusion, as you read. But in the mode of goodness, you would think that they would hate delusion, because delusion is the mode of passion. So what is it?
Bro, could you repeat that question? Maybe I will give you the mic so that other.
No, you can repeat. Just repeat what I
Okay.
said.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, I will repeat.
You read in the qualities of the mode of goodness.
In the qualities of the mode of goodness, we read
That those in the mode of goodness, they don't hate delusion.
Those in the mode of goodness do not hate delusion.
That's there. We read that.
Yeah. Yes. I read that in Transcendental, being more in the transcendental, not in the mode of goodness. How to transcend the mode of goodness.
It's the mode. Those are the qualities of the mode of goodness.
No, I read as being free from delusion.
Three verses.
Yeah, that is in answer to Arjuna's inquiry. Who is transcendental to these three modes?
Yeah.
So yes, yes, not the mode of goodness. He's transcendental to three modes. These qualities. That, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them when they
So you would think that they would hate delusion if someone's
transcendental. Yes.
So why does he not hate delusion? Delusion is like, you don't want delusion.
Yes. So the question is, in mode of in transcendental, being transcendental to three modes, Krishna says he does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion. So mode of goodness means they will hate delusion, and it's a good quality. Why won't somebody who is a Vaishnav won't hate delusion? Is that the question? Yeah. My understanding, Prabhu, of course, you can correct me, and I'm just saying my understanding here. Prabhupada says, or Krishna says in the translation, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear. So he is not hating them. The reason is, so Prabhupada, I will read a little bit from the purport. Yeah. When a living entity stays in the material world, embodied by the material body, it is to be understood that he is under the control of one of the three modes of material nature. When he is actually out of the body, then he is out of the clutches of the material modes of nature. So, he's neutral. But as long as he's not out of the material body, he should be neutral. So as long as one is in the material body, he's in the clutches of material modes of nature. But as long as he's not out of the material body, he should be neutral. He should engage himself in the devotional service of the Lord so that his identity with the material body will automatically be forgotten. So delusion will appear because we are in this material body. Delusion, we can see the mean. Could you see the meaning of delusion, bro? Yeah, maybe you can see the meaning of delusion. So as long as we are in the material body, these things will come up, but we should not become look happy, or we should not become hateful at the same time. Yes, bro. Delusion means
a false belief or judgment about external reality held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, as a symptom of serious mental illness. A false belief, judgment, or perception.
A false belief, judgment, or perception. So, for example, understanding that I am thinking that I am this body, and when the body is fatigued, the soul is also fatigued. Thinking that I am fatigued, but but soul is never affected by the bodily pains and pleasures. But thinking that when I'm eating a sweet, I'm happy. Actually, but the soul is not affected by bodily pains and pleasures. So this is because we are in the material body. So this is delusion. Delusion means a false belief or a false judgment.
False belief or judgment about external reality held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, as a symptom of serious mental illness.
Yeah. So my understanding is, Prabhu, that we will have this because of the material body. I think myself as the body, so I think I am feeling pain and I am feeling pleasure. But a person who is transcendental, he does not feel bodily pain and pleasure. He's above. We see the story of Srila Prabhupada that even when he was leaving his body, his skin was scratching against the bones, the veins were scratching his skin. So it was very painful condition. And somebody asked Prabhupada, are you feeling pain And Prabhupada just looked at him, what kind of question is this? He was still translating and giving purports to Srimad Bhagavatam. So my understanding is this, Prabhu. Yeah, he does not hate delusion when it appears, because it is going to appear as long as I am not free from the modes of nature. But
he's transcendental to the modes of nature. That's
that a person is striving to become this person is who is already transcendental. He won't he won't hate it. Yes, you are saying if a person is already at that mode, delusion might appear. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult for me to explain, bro, but yeah, this is my limited understanding. Yeah. So my understanding is this is for a more like a sadhaka, a person who is practicing. This is not for the person who is advanced. Um, and as long as we are in the body, we will see this delusion in the world. For example, when Prabhupada also, no, I can't compare this to Prabhupada. Prabhupada was not a sadhaka. I have to compare this with me. Yeah. You have anything, Prabhu, you can share?
Yeah, it's I mean, I to this day I don't understand that. But you know how to show me.
Okay. Anybody else has any comments? Online, Adinath Krishna Prabhu, Tim Prabhu, Shachidulal Prabhu, Satwat Prabhu.
I have a small, no, not related
Yes.
to the question, but you're saying about how pride was the cause of his downfall, right? So I think in previous class we discussed about the four regulative principles, and then there are subtle versions of the same four regulative principles. In that, pride is the subtle version of intoxication, because one can be intoxicated by pride.
Mm.
So in a way, you can map it to one of the four, like the four regulative principles. So as I don't remember the exact ones, but gambling was like greed, and meat eating was kindness and not speaking rude words, and illicit sex was like faithfulness and chastity. Like it just doesn't mean in terms of like a partner or something. It also means faithfulness to the guru and chastity to the the lineage and so on.
Yeah.
So similarly, the pride is mapped to intoxication. So
I think it's also connected with the mediating, because killing.
yes.
Yeah. Narad Muni says this: when a person becomes proud, then he kills animals and he drinks liquor. He says, so Nalkuvera and Malikriva, he says this. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So Prabhupada, in the initiation, he teaches us, he tells us to just be free of the grossest kind of offense, which is these four regulative principles. But there are so many subtle ways we can commit these offenses. So that's why initiation is just the beginning. We are just giving up gross offenses, but there is so much more ground to cover to get free of these four offenses on the subtle level. Thank you. We'll stop here. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada